You were close with Gaga.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Autumn Acorn Knits. My name is Judy. This is a podcast about knitting and crocheting and my life in New Hampshire with my husband, Joe, and our black cat, Meryl. This is episode 25, and it's been about a month, I'd say. It's December 29th, 2018, so we just finished up with Christmas. It's been about a month since I did an official podcast, although I've been doing my sort of lame version of Vlogmas, so I was able to put out 4 very short, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes of just some footage from around the house and some of our little adventures and things we've done. So I hope you enjoyed that. It was fun. I really want to do it next year, but do it more frequently. So perhaps even every day leading up to Christmas. So every day in December. I hope you guys got to watch some. I absolutely love watching Vlogmas. It's really hard to keep up, but I did a pretty good job on keeping up with like my top 5 favorite podcasts. So it was really fun. Drinking tea today. It's not that cold. It's probably 32, and we do have snow on the ground, but not a lot. A lot of it's melted, so we haven't really had an awful lot of snow this winter. It started out kind of with some big storms, and then we've had nothing, so it's been nice. So anyway, I hope you've been well. Today I want to talk about a finished object, which I am wearing. And I want to talk about a work in progress that I've got going on. I want to talk about some acquisitions. I had a viewer question that I wanted to answer. I had a viewer problem that I wanted to address. And then very exciting, we are going to announce the winner of the 1,000th subscriber giveaway. So when I reached 1,000 followers on YouTube, which happened on December 9th, so officially the contest ended on December 9th, I just have had the busiest month in my life, so I haven't had a chance to get on here and tell you guys who the winner is, but I will definitely do that at the end of this show. So very excited. We have such a great prize for that giveaway. So let's get right into it. I am so excited and so proud to announce the release of the Sugar on Snow shawl. You have seen this in my Abundant Earth Fibers, Alex and Annie base, and a Jagger spun. So I showed this to you in, it's sort of a taupey color, taupey kind of beigey color with cream. That is a different version of this finished project. So let me explain. It's one pattern for one shawl, except there are 3 different options for edging, or as I call it, for a border. So there's the plain option, which is the shawl that I made, that I knit, and I showed that to you on the last podcast. So it's basically just, it's a plain, there is no real edging. It's just plain. You would end it around this area here if you want to just do a plain shawl, no frills, you know, kind of a classic basic look. Or you can simply add eyelets to your bind off. So you would end somewhere in here, but then you would do an eyelet bind off and you get this really pretty little edging, which I might be able to show you. And then the final option is this much fancier, beautiful, I think, lacy edging. And that just would give you a fancier, you know, more elegant, I think, shawl. Here's a picture of just the picot edging right there. So anyway, you have your choice of 3 different endings or borders or edges. So yeah, you can pick whichever one you want if you decide to knit the sugar on snow shawl. This is the first pattern that I have had a tech editor, and I'll tell you what, having a tech editor made all the difference in the world. She found this person, and I will put all of their information right here, because if you need a tech editor, I highly recommend this person. Her name is Christine, and she did an amazing job. I was so happy with the service that she provided, and I told her it was the best. It's the best service I think I've ever had that's knitting related. Incredible. So I'm so proud of this pattern. I think that it's probably the best that I've put out ever. So yeah, it's on Ravelry, and I hope you'll have a look. This version of this shawl was knit using my hand-dyed yarns, and it's wrinkly. I just wanted to put it on just to show you today, but yeah, this was my hand-dyed yarn in an 80/20 non-superwash merino and nylon sport weight. This pattern takes 3 skeins, 2 in your main color and 1 in your contrasting color. Yeah, I used a US 5 needle, and then I had my lovely test knitters. One of them, Cindy, made this version in this pink and cream, and she used a US 6 for hers. She sent this back to me. She finished it and sent it back to me so that I could get some photos of it to add to the pattern, because it's just so gorgeous. So thank you, Cindy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you don't mind that I wore it just for a little while. But you can see that it's an asymmetrical triangular shawl. It has 3 different sections. This section is a textured section, pretty subtle, but I think just beautiful. And then this center section is a couple of different patterns and a nice rib. And then the eyelet section, which is my favorite section, and of course the lace edging, which is very pretty as well. So yeah, it's very versatile. You can wear it in many different ways. Perfect. So anyway, Cindy, I'll get this out to you in the mail next week. Thank you again for the loaner. All right, let's see, moving on. This project has been so consuming my time. I have not been really working on much of anything else. The Charlie poncho is still on hold right now. That has been tech edited as well, and I just have a lot more editing to do on that. So that's taking a little longer than I expected, but it's coming along. As far as works in progress, I have another design that I've shown you before, still plugging away at it. This will be a cardigan, and I am using Harrisville Designs yarn in their Highland. It's a Highland is the name of the yarn. So I so far have the back finished, and this again will be a cardigan. I really love the color. It's got a little bit of eyelet at the bottom. I already have part of the front, one of the front panels done, and then I have 2 sleeves complete. Here's the other sleeve. So this cardigan will be seamed when it's finished, and as I've mentioned before, I'm really learning as I become better at knitting, or I don't know, more skilled, that having a sweater that's seamed gives it a lot more structure, and I prefer that. So I am so excited to get this out to you. I have done so many pages of notes for this cardigan, and I wanted to show you the buttons that are planned for it because I love these buttons. Oh, you know what? They're in my little pouch that I got from Little Robin Cottage from Lacey. Someday I'll be organized. Someday. Oh, here they are. I've shown you these before, but I just think they're so pretty. I think they're really going to match too. Let me see. Don't you think? They're gonna look perfect with this color. Yeah, I'm very excited. So stay tuned. Let's hope this will be released by February. If I'm lucky, January, but I don't know. That's pushing it. Patterns take forever. The entire process takes so long. And I know I sound like a broken record when I say that, but wow. It's crazy. It's crazy. I must have put in, I don't know, 40 solid hours just editing. So, but it's fun. I enjoy it. There's nothing I'd rather do for a job, so I'm not complaining. I hope it doesn't sound like I'm complaining. Okay. So, let's move on to dream projects. Did I bring it? Yes, I did. So, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I am a patron of Melody Hoffman of Mandarins. So she has a podcast. Melody is a designer, a knitwear designer who lives now in France, and she's just a lovely, sweet soul. So I wanted to support her. So she has a channel on Patreon, and so it's a subscription service, so you pay a certain amount, whatever you decide, depending on the levels, you pay monthly. So at the level that I'm at, I get all of her patterns that she releases for free. So that's really a wonderful perk. Plus there's so many other perks, but my favorite part is just that I get to see her kind of behind the scenes videos. I get to see her videos and her design process, and I just love it. And if anyone out there would be interested in anything like that from me, where you became a Patreon, I would set up obviously a Patreon account, and you would become a member and pay monthly. And some of the memberships are $2, $5, $10, and then you get extras. So you get all the free patterns, and you would get you know, insider secrets and designer tips and videos that other people on YouTube wouldn't get. They're just special for you. So let me know if that's anything anyone would be interested in, because it's a really great way to support your favorite designers, your favorite podcasters, because let's face it, there's just not a lot of money in this business, and every little bit helps, and yeah, I'd be really excited to do that. So let me know. Leave a message. Anyway, this was a message that, this was a pattern that I got from Melody. I think this was the last one that she gave to her patrons, and it's such a beautiful, beautiful sweater, and it's called the Komori. So this I plan to make next, I hope. It takes Cascade Eco 2 skeins for my size. So yeah, I'm gonna look for the right color and cast that on, because I think it's just beautiful. Absolutely love it. It reminds me a lot of the color I'm working on now with my Highland sweater, only it's a lot more of an orangey kind of a color than mine is more golden, but lovely nonetheless. And also, I was going to go right into acquisitions for Christmas. So my daughter Kelly knows that, well, she knows how much I love yarn. She knows how much I love wool, and she knows that I don't often get it as gifts for whatever reason. My family members just don't necessarily think I need yarn. They probably think I have enough, or they think they wouldn't be able to choose the right one. But anyway, I was so excited when I opened this gift, and it was wool from Kelly. And not only wool, but like that color is heavenly. Now this reminds me of maybe closer to the color. Maybe. Anyway, it's not enough though to make this sweater, so I can't make it with this, but I absolutely love this. This is by Juniper Moon. It's called Harriet, and it is a pure baby alpaca. So, most excited to knit something with this. Kelly said she checked with the shop owner, and they said this would be enough for a shawl. So, ooh, I can just picture how cozy that would be, and so warm, because it's the softest thing I've ever felt. So, thank you, Cal. Love it so, so much. Okay. Over there. I have been dyeing a lot of minis. Before Christmas, early December, I went on a dyeing mini Rampage. Here are just some of them. Colors I was able to achieve. It was so much fun. I love when I can get purples and greens. I can't always get those colors. But, oh yeah, these were so much fun. These are, for me, I feel guilty even just saying that. I tried to keep one of each color for myself. I do have some more for sale. A lot of them did sell, but I have this set. That is a set of 10. I do still have this small set for golds and purples. I have this in a set of 5 in yellows, pinks, and purples. And then I have this last set of 6. Again, in shades of purples, pinks, and yellows and golds. So if anyone's interested, those 4 sets are in the shop right now. It's just, they go quick. It's hard to keep them in stock. I did buy, I must have dyed at least 100 minis before Christmas break. But I did buy more. So happy to say we have another set of 50 that I can dye up after this. Really really enjoying that. Well, the most exciting gift came for me before Christmas. Joe cannot keep a secret, and I have put this on Instagram stories, so if you watch my stories you've seen it, but he bought me the most beautiful wooden swift and ball winder that I've ever seen. Here is this gorgeous ball winder. It is like, I can't even tell you. It feels like it's so sturdy and well made. So it's made by Nancy's Knit Knacks, and I'll show you. You could read that. The Swift was made by the Oregon Woodworker, and Joe bought both of these from the Oregon Woodworker. I didn't bring the Swift up because it's, you know, it's big, it's hard to show, but it's one of the tabletop kind, just so well made, so smooth. Yeah, I was floored. I was just, what do you say to that? That's like a dream gift for a knitter. So thank you, sweetheart. Love them both. I think I've raved enough about them. I'm a lucky girl, I know. Anyway, that was so exciting. What else did I get? I've got so many goodies. It's Christmas. You know how it is with Christmas. My sister sent me this adorable, adorable sheep pillow that she hooked herself. Really, really cute. Love it. So yeah, he'll be sitting on my chair for sure. She also gave me this lovely book called Making Winter. And it's all about Hygge. I hope I'm saying that right. Cozy things. It's all about cozy things. It's a Hygge inspired guide to surviving the winter months, and it has such pretty, it has recipes and all kinds of different craft projects. I loved this one, Preserving the Fall Leaves with Glycerin. I definitely plan to try that. There's a very pretty cowl in here. And just so many fun things. A little guide on how to draw feathers, which I thought was really sweet. Just so many things. Even these delicious looking, a recipe for these cinnamon buns. Look at them. Oh, and then I do plan to make some wreaths like this. I've always wanted to do that, so thank you, Val. I love my gifts so much. What else did I get? So I ordered for myself this little Hedgehog Progress Bag from Lacey. Little Robin Cottage has become one of my favorite Etsy shops. Lacey makes the most adorable project bags and progress keepers, and I just love them. So I had to have one for myself. This is also part of, as you know, the same bag that I'm giving away for the 1,000th follower. So if you've seen it before, that's where you've seen it. So yeah, I have in here just my gauge ruler that I had picked up earlier, and I have a couple of the little minis left over from my Sugar on Snow shawl, and this is it. So I really treasure these little sweeties. I love knitting that shawl so much. So yeah, thank you, Lacey. I love it. Then I ordered this sweet book for my granddaughter Charlie. It's called You Are Like an Acorn, because as everyone probably knows by now, I'm a little obsessed with acorns. And I thought this book, I found it on Etsy. It was written by Tom Wartowski, illustrated by Jill Calvagna. Calvagna? Like lasagna, Calvagna. Yeah, Calvagna. And it is just the sweetest little book, and it teaches you all about colors and numbers, and the illustrations are precious, precious, precious. And yeah, so I picked one up for Charlie for Christmas, and I gifted her that. Then Tom sent me another one, and there was a note in it that it said I couldn't find any record of sending this to you, so I wanted to make sure you got it, and so here's another one. If you already got it, just keep this for yourself. Merry Christmas. And I thought that was so sweet, so thank you, Tom. Little did you know that I wanted one for myself so bad. Oh, I picked up this really cute tassel maker when Joe and I were out one day. It makes 3 sizes of tassels. I had never seen one. But I added tassels to the other version of my Sugar and Snow shawl, so I found that a little tricky. I thought this would make it a lot easier, so pretty cool. What else did I get? Oh, I got my KnitCrate. It did not come in the box this time. It's so weird how every month it's a surprise. It's like different, right? You don't know how it's going to come, but I get this every month. It's a subscription service that you can sign up for. I am an affiliate partner, so I do get mine for free, and in turn I review the yarn and let you know what I think. So this month it was a very chunky yarn. Here's the pattern book they give you. You get this. There's many different options for the subscription, but for this particular option I get 2 skeins of yarn every month and 2 patterns, a knit pattern and a crochet pattern. So this one was for this cute little hat, which I'm definitely making. I absolutely love it. Show you the yarn they sent me. I ended up with a very gorgeous plum color. What do you think? Isn't that pretty? It looks more accurate the farther back I put it. So it's definitely a deep plum. That's pretty accurate, yeah. And it's a chunky, and it is gorgeous. 100% wool, colorway black cherry. Yum. Love black cherry. So yeah, it's really fun to do KnitCrate because it forces me to look at and use colors that I might not normally. It just gets me out of my comfort zone, and it's just such a surprise. I get so thrilled every month when I get my box, and I'm like, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? And I've collected some beautiful yarns this way. And you know what? I don't always use them, the patterns that come with them. Sometimes I don't want to. I want to use my own pattern. In fact, I pulled aside a box from a couple months ago, the Indigo Glow box, because I said I need to make something with this gorgeous yarn. It is too beautiful to be tucked away. And I don't think I was thrilled about the pattern they sent, so I'm going to make something else. The patterns are fine, just not something I need, so yeah, I'm going to turn it into something else. If you would like to get KnitCrate yourself, I will make sure I leave you the code so you can get 20% off your first box. It's only, did I mention it's only $24.99 for all of this? Both skeins of yarn, both patterns, and shipping. So really good deal. Throw that 20% off in and it's an even better deal. Can't resist that, right? When I was making my little mini skeins, dyeing them, natural dyeing, I got these all these little clippings, and I just thought they looked so gorgeous together. They made me happy, so I labeled them. Like, I'm gonna keep them. Another thing I have been eyeballing again, and I think I've shown you this before, is this chunky green yarn. I had picked this up at Webb's. I had to be over a year ago, intending to make a blanket, and I never did. It's called Toboggan. It's a really pretty yarn. It's 70% merino, 30% superfine alpaca. And I believe I have 10 skeins, so I'm thinking about designing something. Either a sweater or it will end up being a blanket, but I've got to use this up. I've got so much of it and it's so pretty and I love it, so I will. I'll get there. Oh my goodness, I got the most beautiful sign. I will put a picture here of it. It's hanging up, I can see it from here. I have yarn hanging on it, but it was from my daughter Kelly and my son-in-law Ken. They actually made the sign, and it says the Autumn Acorn on it and has all these hooks so I can dry my yarn, and Joe was sweet enough to hang it up for me yesterday, so it's awesome. Did I miss anything else? Oh, I ordered a ebook, a Kindle book. I had watched Julie of Sweet Sparrow Yarns podcast. She had ordered this ebook, and so I wanted to check it out myself. It is called New Order, A Decluttering Handbook for Creative Folks and Everyone Else by Faye Wolf. And it's supposed to be excellent at helping creatives to organize. So 2019's on its way. I love new beginnings, new years, new starts. I will definitely choose a word of the year for 2019. I haven't done that yet, but I will. And then probably every year my goal is to organize my life, streamline it, make it simpler, more intentional, and just more efficient. I plan to get more systems in place, just for the business especially, but also personal. And I think this book's going to help, so I'll let you know. I will let you know what I think once I get into it. StoreSmart is, I'm not an affiliate with StoreSmart, but they do send me samples, and I review them and let them know what I think. I've shown you how I organize my circular needles with their awesome sleeves. And then they came out with, and I used the large sleeve, but then they let me know that they had these smaller ones specifically for the circulars. I've shown you these. And they asked me if they could improve it, and I said, you know what? This was the original one, so it would be, you know, you'd put it in the binder on the side and you'd slide your needle in. And I said it'd be really nice to see the zipper on the top, so they revised it and made this version, which I love. And then another one that's just the same but smaller. So yeah, I'm going to give them my feedback on that and put together another binder with these awesome ones for double points. So these are really cool. These would hold 1, 2, 3, 5 pair of double points in one sleeve. And you could see how they're separated here. You just slide them in, label them. Very easy, organized way to keep your double points. And then finally, they had sent me the pattern keepers, which I just love because they protect your pattern. This particular one has enough for 4, so 1 back, 2 on the inside, so a 4-page pattern. And I had said, you know, it'd be really nice to have some bigger ones because some of my patterns that I receive or that I buy or that are free are really big. They're long, and I just would rather have them all protected. So they sent me this one, which is fantastic because it has front cover and then a pocket inside. But then it has 1, 2, So then this would fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This would be for an 8. Page 1. And then they also sent me a bigger one that had, here it is, this orange one. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sleeves, which means 12 sheets on the inside, plus your cover sheet, plus one in the back. I'm actually going to, I have a note in the back to remind myself to make a portfolio of just the cover photos of all of my design, my pattern design. So I thought that'd be a really nice portfolio. I plan to bring that with me when I go to Squam. So I haven't told you this exciting news yet, but I've wanted to go to the Squam Retreat, which is a knitting retreat in Holderness, New Hampshire. It's only about a half an hour from my home. It's a fantastic knitting retreat. I want to say it's 4 or 5 days long. You sleep in these beautiful cabins. They have all these beautiful twinkly lights set up. There's a gorgeous lake. It's heaven. And I have never gone, but I've always dreamed. I mean, we're talking 10 years now I've dreamed about going, but it's expensive. And I don't have a lot of money. So I've always said, yeah, that would be lovely, but you know, dream. So I just decided it was going to be, and Joe and I talked about this extensively, and we both agreed it would really be a business investment. So I put it on the credit card and I booked the trip, and I'm going, and I'm just, it's so surreal right now. Andrea Mowry and Caitlin Hunter are going to be there teaching classes. I signed up for both of their classes. I mean, that's like, it's a dream. It's not real life. Like, pinch me. Somebody pinch me, because I'm just, I can't believe I'm going. I could cry. So that will be in June. I even signed up, fingers crossed, to be a vendor. They have like one night during the retreat where they open it up to the public. I think it's from 7 to 10 p.m. and you can sell your, you know, I would sell my yarns and other people sell whatever it is. All these different companies come, and it's like a mini sheep and wool festival basically. So we'll see. I don't know if I'll get accepted for that, but I'm excited. So yeah. Anyone else going to Squam? I know Loretta is. Loretta, if you're watching, can't wait. Loretta goes every year, and she shares a cabin with a bunch of her girlfriends, so they've invited me to join them in their cabin. I'm so excited. So I hope I get accepted. You know, the housing still isn't set yet, but hopefully Squam puts us all together, and yeah, hopefully I get all the classes I signed up for, but I'll let you know next time. So happy, so happy. Anyway, to finish up, yeah, so if anyone is interested in any of StoreSmart's beautiful knitting accessories and organizational tools, if you're getting ready to organize your life 2019, I will put the link in the show notes, and then I'll make sure the information is here so you can contact them and place an order. I highly recommend their products. They're fabulous. So well made. So ask a question. So we're going to get back into this again. I'm going to be doing a pattern giveaway every time I podcast. All you have to do is ask me a question, and I will choose a winner for that, and you can just pick any one of my patterns and I will send it to you for free. This week was Stitchery 101 asked, how long have you been knitting and how long have you been dyeing yarn? So Stitchery 101, I have been knitting since I was about 7 or 8 years old. Crocheting as well. I started out crocheting and then went to knitting. And I've only been yarn dyeing since about June of 2018. So thank you for asking. Oh, let's do chatter and then we'll do the giveaway. So excited. All right, so we'll start with, I wanted to just let you know that with the Charlie Poncho and the Sugar on Snow, the other version that I knit, I had my first like professional photo shoot. It was so fun. So Kiri from Captured Curiosities, I'll put her information down here, came over and we spent about an hour. She just took a whole bunch of shots and it was so much fun. She made me feel really relaxed. She's just a sweetheart. Thank you so much, Kiri. I enjoyed it very much. Yeah, we sat down and talked afterwards, and she's just a love, so I really appreciated it. I was so happy with the way the photos came out, and I can't wait to do it again. So yeah, go check out Captured Curiosity if you need a photographer. She's just getting started doing product photography too, so if you're maybe an Etsy seller and you're in the New Hampshire area and you need someone awesome, I highly recommend Kiri. Had a really good time in Connecticut for Christmas. If you watched any of my last Vlogmas, you saw some of the footage from that. Little Charlie, she's walking all over the place now, has such a sweet little personality. Yeah, she's fun. She's a doll. We're like attached, so attached. Every time I look down, there she is, you know, with little hands up. I don't mind. I'll hold you all day, baby girl. So yeah, that was really fun. We got back on Christmas Day because I did have to work. I had to clean the little B&B up the street the next day. So back to work again. Here we go, right? And oh yeah, so the one, oh, and then the marriage. That was all so sudden. So Joe and I mean, we've been together for 4 years. You know, it was love at first sight. There's no question. There was never any question that we were going to get married. Some of you have asked, or some of you have, many people have assumed that we were married. And honestly, I wouldn't correct you because it always felt like we were. And it's just, I knew, like I said, I knew someday we would be. So, but we have both had our fair share of sadness. I won't go into it now, but I mean, I was in a 20-year relationship that was pretty difficult. I won't, like I said, I won't go into any details. Joe was also in a very difficult relationship, so we weren't quite sure we were ever going to find the one, and I think we're both so grateful that we did. But it was so sudden. One night Joe said, hey, you know, town hall's open, and they're hardly ever open. I think it's like once or twice a week for a couple hours because we live in such a small town. And he said, no, it's open for like another half hour. Do you want to go down and get her license? And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. I wasn't even like, I had pajamas on and my hair was like a mess. I'm like, okay, let me throw something on. We went down and did that, and then the next morning at 8:30, went to the Justice of the Peace and got married. So fun. We spent the day together. We went up to North Conway and had lunch and went shopping and just kind of giddy. So we've been like so giddy ever since. And we kind of celebrated when we went down to Connecticut. Told the kids that day. We had to keep it a secret because I just kind of wanted to do it in person, and obviously I couldn't tell my son and my youngest daughter because they live too far away. But cat's out of the bag now. So yeah, very happy. So thank you to everyone who wished us well. Yeah, it meant a lot. Okay, so I think it's time for the 1,000th subscriber giveaway. Before I announce the winner, something happened. It was early, middle, I don't know, remember, maybe mid-December. Joe and I had just gotten home, and I checked. I was waiting to hit the 1,000th follower. I knew it was coming up soon. Yeah, this had to be around December 7th or so. So I was checking it, and when I looked at the number of subscribers, it had suddenly jumped from, I want to say 980 to 14,000 and something. So I had to rub my eyes a few hundred times, and I said, Joe, something is wrong. There's a glitch. I mean, I knew there was no way it could jump. And he's like, well, maybe it did, maybe it did, maybe it did. And he got my hopes up a little bit, and I'm like, no, that doesn't happen. It's not realistic. It's not real life. You know, I'm a slow grower. And sure enough, I looked again about an hour later, and it was back to 980 something. So I said, yeah, I'm glad I didn't get my hopes up too high. It was just a YouTube glitch. That night before bed, it jumped again to 14,000. I'm like, this is cruel. Like a mean trick. It went back and forth probably 6 or 7 times before it finally decided to stay back where it was. So it was a little bit of a heartbreak, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, what is going on here? I know I kept saying to myself, like, be real. This isn't real. That doesn't happen. That's not. So it was sad. But anyway, then I hit 1,000 followers, and of course I'm very, very grateful for that. It was just some weird glitch. So let's get to it, shall we? The winner today will win this beautiful project bag by Lacey of Little Robin Cottage on Etsy. Thank you very much, Lacey, for this donation. She also donated a beautiful Progress Keeper. Love it. The winner will also receive a skein of my naturally hand-dyed wool in a beautiful pink. And this is 274 yards, yeah. And then the winner will also win this beautiful necklace by Bed of Roses with all of these gorgeous Progress Keepers on it. I'm in love with this necklace. Somebody out there is very lucky, because here's your very own from Norway. Thank you, Catherine, for sponsoring the podcast giveaway. So, so greatly appreciated. So, the winner is, drumroll please, we had 654 entries. Unbelievable, right? The winner was number 66, Mickey Dovas, D-O-V-A-S. Mickey said, I love your podcast, which I stumbled upon last month. So congratulations, Mickey. Please reach out to me, and I will send you your amazing prize package. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Okay, I think that is everything that I wanted to say for today's podcast. I'm so glad I got to spend some time with you. It's been too long. I will try not to make it so long next time. December was a crazy busy month. Never seen anything like it. I'm really hoping January is a little calmer, a little quieter. So, I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I hope you get some cozy knitting or crocheting or sewing time in, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.